Good morning, Buzz. How are we doing?
Very well. How are you, Alex?
I'm very good, sir. I'm very good. So, yeah, this week we have Ben Affleck's latest, which is called Air. And as the title says, it's about, it shows the story of how Nike signed Michael Jordan back in the day to wear like the contract of a lifetime, basically, to wear the shoes, the Nike shoes, right in the beginning of his career. Yeah, I mean, it's directed by Ben Affleck. There is a lot of actors in this film, a lot of good actors, I would say. But let's watch a quick clip, and then we'll come back with what it's all about.
I'm willing to bet my career on Michael Jordan.
Come on, man.
You ask me what I do here. This is what I do. Yeah, I find you players, and I fucking feel it this time. Yeah, okay, it's risky. When you were selling sneakers out of the back of your Plymouth, that was risky. It took balls. I mean, that's why we're all here. Don't change that now. I mean, if you look at him, if you really look at Jordan, like I did, you're gonna see exactly what I see.
Which is what?
The most competitive guy I have ever seen. He is a fucking killer.
Okay. Yeah,
Very good.
it's good.
Very good.
The two big names in that film, to be honest. the
Yes.
biggest, but
Yeah. I feel like Ben Affleck has found this sort of role that he likes to play, which is the big boss character who's a bit arrogant, you know.
Yes.
And it's funny because these two were seen on screen with a film called Jewel that we also I think reviewed as well.
Yeah, actually,
didn't we?
and he was also the boss in that.
He
one,
was
basically.
also the arrogant king in that, wasn't he,
Yes.
as well, I believe. I think he was a king or a controller of a lot of people.
Yes.
But anyway, I enjoyed this. I think that this, obviously you see Matt Damon's pursuit of Michael Jordan's name for Nike. And, you learn a lot about Nike in the film, that they were kind of seen as a bit cheesy and a bit more of a dad brand and just not cool, not a shoe for the streets, pretty much, not a shoe for basketball.
Well, they were focused on athleticism, so on running shoes at the time.
Yeah, that was it. Yeah,
they were trying to get into basketball in a big way, but they had no budget, and they were a tiny company at the time. They were even based in
it was a
Europe.
lot smaller. So Converse and Adidas, were way ahead of them. You just see this one man's kind of journey to change that, to revolutionise what the company means and what it stands for, through the signature of Michael Jordan. And it's quite interesting to see the dynamics. Obviously you have Phil, who's the CEO, who has to adhere to a board of directors now who don't want to take any risks and stuff. And as Matt Damon's character keeps reminding them throughout the film, he didn't get to where he is without making risks. Even characters in the film like Viola Davis, who plays Michael Jordan's mum, is absolutely fantastic, isn't she? She stands up for what her son is worth, and that's kind of what the film's about, really, isn't it? It's like knowing your worth and can you change the world and the world of business, really.
Yeah, this is a very officey type of film, because most of the action happens in any shape or form of an office somewhere, which means that it relies a lot on the dialogue and the characters, and the actors, which all of that is good, is fantastic. So besides Matt Damon and Ben Affleck, you have Jason Bateman playing one of the marketing VP. You've got Chris Tucker playing the another head of marketing at Nike, and obviously you said Viola Davis and so on and so on. So, and they're all really good. But the story in itself, I mean, I knew Michael Jordan equals Nike basically, but the way they got this contract is pretty impressive. So first of all, there's a big, massive bidding war on Michael Jordan at the time. This is when Michael Jordan was 18, and he was just showing his first signs of greatness, basically. And there's this big, massive bidding war between the three companies that have the biggest shares of sales of sportswear in the US. And the way this was played out, you have to have connections, you have to have the budget, you have to impress and groom and court, basically, these athletes to sign with you. I never knew that it was that harsh, and it is harsh, to be honest. They're not nice words that these guys are telling each other during the film, and that's what just piqued my interest straight from the get-go, didn't you think?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, no, it shows the kind of the strange side of the money and the logistics to the sporting world, really. And obviously basketball in America is absolutely huge. But yeah, it would seem like there'd be like an absolute battleground amongst these three big companies, Converse, Nike, and Adidas, to actually sign these signatures. And Nike were just kind of run down to like the six outside the top six. It's like, okay, you just have to scrap around to who might succeed, and they weren't really considered as one of the big names. Yeah, who's left, low budget, and that's that. And this is what the film's about. It's about trying to change that image of them and actually go to the top and be a household name for a shoe that everyone wants to wear, really. But
and the consequences of those guys that you see in there on the rest of the history of the Nike company, we take for granted today as Nike being one of the households of best shoes, best athlete shoes, and all of it. But the design of that shoe and the method, it was never heard before to have a shoe designed for one athlete. You always wanted to design it for as many people as possible, obviously. And they just said, no, we'll just need to go completely different, break the rules, and do it for Michael Jordan, and even name the shoe after him.
Yes, yeah, and even the chap who created the shoe, we enjoyed that character. There's quite a lot of humour in the film in general, isn't it? Whether it's from Chris Tucker or it's from Bateman or
Matt Damon.
Or Matt Damon himself. And there was a few jabs at the weight of Matt Damon in the film, and the fact he's a middle-aged white man and he's never gone on a running track in his life. And,
even though he's selling running shoes, basically.
Yeah, exactly. Shoes, And Phil himself, a CEO, just the arrogance in some of the scenes is just comedy gold. I think maybe I'm a lapse of concentration now. What's the director again?
Ben Affleck.
Ben Affleck. He has definitely a humorous streak in him, because even Argo had its funny moments as well.
Absolutely.
Didn't it? So
which is
I
film also.
think, I think that's a good strong point for him going forward. Is obviously like he can inject humour into films where if it was a different director, I reckon this film about
would have been a different
been
style. That's great. That's
pretty
correct,
plain almost. Yeah. So I liked that about the film. Yeah.
And actually, the moments when there is tension, and it's supposed to be tension, he doesn't joke with those. There is tension, the pitch to Michael Jordan's family and the meetings, and when he goes to their the family house and all of it. That's tensionate moments, and it's good. It's well put together. It's a very good film. I enjoyed that one because it reminded me of Argo, and it's my type of film, and it doesn't look expensive. What it does look like is very 70s when this film was happening.
Yeah, the music, the style of clothing, the games, the board games people are playing, the cars.
The way it's filmed, even, it looks like it's very...
The way it's filmed, it's slightly grainy. It looks like you're watching a home recording, doesn't it, from someone's VHS, yeah. And they've got the atmosphere down to a T, haven't they? So and even the computers. I mean, the computers look like they can't program more than it's those computers with the green text, isn't it? It looks like it's just made for code, and then that's it. So it's all good, and the big massive phones that are really plastic. It's great, and I really enjoyed all that. I think it's really good.
So it's called Air. It's in cinemas now. I'm sure it's going to be coming into streaming platforms too soon. But yeah, what a film! Good recommendation. So
gets the thumbs up.
I shall see you next week, sir.
Yeah, take care, Alex.
See you later. Bye bye.